Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. As you can see, today we are not in the garage. We're at my basement in my little studio area. That's where we're gonna work today. So let's get started. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of a mess down here, not too bad, but I don't currently have any of this hooked up. I mean, that amp on the bottom there is hooked up, but not hooked up the way I'd like it to be hooked up. And I've got a bunch of cables just kind of spread around and just kind of some general organization stuff to do. So I think I'm gonna work on that today, get this looking a little better and get all my amps hooked up the way I used to have them hooked up before I moved them all down here to make room for a kid. So let's I'm gonna throw you on time lapse because this first little bit is gonna take a long time and it's gonna be pretty boring for you guys to watch me in real time. So I'm going to throw you on the tripod and get going. Alright, so I got everything in a state of disorganization at this point, which is perfect. So I got all the cables off so I could sort them. Got all the stuff off the top of my little rig there. Speaker cleared up. Got some space here. I had some old keyboards and stuff back there that I don't really use very much, but every once in a while I'll pull them out and play with them. I did a project in college on them that circuit bent them, so I don't really do the same thing anymore, but they're fun to play with once in a while. So now I'm just working on getting everything plugged into my two racks there. I know it's hard to see, lighting in here is horrible, but we'll fix that eventually. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting things plugged in, getting all my cables run. Got my two pedal boards that I'm gonna hook up. We'll see if we can get those all working. That may be a project for another day because I kind of want to go through that and redo it all anyways, because these boards are pretty old and they're getting pretty brittle and broken. They're kind of cool. They could light up. I don't think they light up anymore, but we'll see. We'll try and plug them back in once I can find the two power supplies I used to have for them. I don't know where they disappeared to, but start getting all this stuff plugged in and figured out and see where we go from there. Okay, so I'm to a point where I want to test to make sure all the amplifiers are working the way they should be. Got them plugged into my power sources, and I have all the, let's tip you down real quick. End of that pedal board right there. I have all four amplifiers plugged into that pedal. What I'm going to do is, I guess I need to plug those into a power source too, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and plug the guitar into the input and then select each amp and make sure they all work. Alright, so we're going to start with my bottom amplifier. that one works. Turn this off. Next one. Switching this one is in a bad spot. Perfect. Like this. Now we'll get the pedal board set back up and make sure they all work perfect. It's gonna take a little longer, so we'll throw you on time lapse. All right, so I got that all hooked up. Apparently, time lapse didn't work for some reason, so now what I'm gonna do is go through and make sure every pedal's working real quick. I'll probably just go ahead and play this through and just let it keep recording. So let's get started. Helps to turn on an amplifier. That's not a promising sign. Let's try something here. can't be too loud because my wife's upstairs teaching, so. This guy. Most pedals are working. We just got 3 that we need to figure out why they're not working. So let's figure that out real quick. I'm gonna put you on time lapse for this part because it's gonna take a little bit of time. Promised that took a lot longer than I was expecting. Found that I had one pedal that was broken, so I just took that out and put a different pedal in its place. I've got no lack of pedals. I've got probably about another 20 that aren't even on boards yet, so which is why I think I want to redo all these boards. One thing I did discover, which is cool, I was able to get the lights working on the pedal boards again. That's kind of cool. They light up again, but I don't know if you can really see that. You kind of can. One's pink, one's blue, but which is kind of cool. I may, I don't know, I may save these and somehow just beef them up a little bit. They're getting kind of flimsy and corroded and stuff, so maybe I'll just clean them up and I don't know, somehow reinforce them. But for right now, I'll just leave them alone and then probably build another pedal board or two to go with them. somehow figure out how to arrange it all. But for right now, I've created a bigger mess, it looks like. So now I'm gonna start. Now that I got all the guitars and pedals working and amps working, what I'm gonna do is start getting everything else cleaned up and put back where it belongs. So work on that now. I'll put you back on time lapse. Alright, so I got it all cleaned up a little bit better. As you can see, those pedals I wasn't sure what to do with them, and I didn't want to stack them back up on the shelf like they were, so I just kind of left them on the floor for now. Like I said, I got to build more boards and find more space and all kinds of stuff, so for right now they're just gonna sit there. Got my pedal boards all going. Got this little MIDI controller for controlling effects on this Roland multi-effects unit. My Tone Lab from Vox, I can work on that. And I think I have another MIDI unit that I can use it with, but I can't remember where that is. So yeah, kind of got it looking a little better. Threw some stuff back on top. I've got my Boxo pedals with all my miscellaneous pedals that I don't have on boards right now. Some adapters up there. Some of my silly instruments. I've got my little kid's accordion in that little box with the star on it. There's an electronic harmonica, which I may pull out at some point and make a song with, who knows. Got my amp head that goes to this 212 speaker cabinet. And yes, that is a guitar amp and not a bass amp. Hardkey made guitar amps for a short while. Got my little practice amp. My little solid state Westbury, which is basically a Univox. Just company bought this Westbury, bought them out when they were going out of business and made their own with the Westbury name. And my nice Fender Excelsior amp, which is pretty much my favorite amp ever. So, but yeah, got it all looking good. Kind of cleaned up the desk a little bit too, but still need a little work there. That bottom case down there, I threw some stuff in there because I have nothing that needs to be in a case, so I'm using it for a shelf right now. And then got a bunch of stuff on my shelf. There's still some more stuff that needs, like this stuff. My poor little Chihuahua piggy bank broke on me. But yeah, there's still some, got my guitars and stuff that need fixed. And this guitar stand has seen better days. It's starting to sag and the guitars aren't really sitting on it well. So I think at some point I'll make a new guitar stand. I've been wanting to make one for a while. This PVC was fine for a little while, but it just ain't doing it anymore. So, I mean, when you put, 6 guitars and 2 basses on it, it's gonna be a little much. So, but for now, I think I've got it to a good place where I can at least play my guitars again and, be happy doing that. So, alrighty, so that's where I'm gonna end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time I think we'll either be working on a pedal board or maybe the guitar stand. I'm not sure. I gotta figure out what materials I have available to me and what I can do with them. So until then, hope you guys all have a good day, and remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.